Welcome back to another Terrifying 10 Darwin video. As you can most likely tell from the title, we are heading back to the Motherland to find 10 more people who won themselves a Darwin Award in Russia. But did they really win themselves a Darwin Award? Legend has it, in Russia, you don't win Darwin Awards. Darwin Awards win you. Let's begin our journey in Russia. Number 10. Making motorcycles look good again. Motorcycles look good by themselves. But one woman named Olga, or better known as Monica by her Instagram followers, was dubbed the sexiest motorcyclist on Instagram. When it comes to riding motorcycles, however, you need more than good looks to be able to handle yourself, as Monica fatally found out. Not only did Monica like posing for pictures in risque outfits, she was also known for her riskier style of riding at high speeds. One evening, she was riding her BMW at a high speed when she lost control and struck a guardrail. I am guessing that her lack of clothing did not help at all. Not that it matters much, her bike was apparently obliterated in the crash. One of her friends even said that Monica was breaching every rule of safety and riding at high speed pretty often. This honestly comes to no one's surprise. She had accumulated over 18,000 followers by posting pictures of herself modeling various motorcycles and videos showing her rocketing through traffic at speeds over 150 miles per hour while wearing, well, let's just call it insufficient protection for the task at hand. It was honestly only a matter of time before Darwin took control of the situation. Number 9. And the winner is Darwin. Who doesn't like nice, warm, fluffy pancakes with butter and syrup oozing all over them? Seriously. Boris loved them so much, he joined a pancake eating contest. And, lucky him, he won the contest. After gorging himself on 43 of the cream and banana stuffed pancakes, he had taken the prize. But, hold your horses. One witness to the event recalls he had really enjoyed the pancakes, but then he started foaming at the mouth and went down like a sack of stones. Onlookers tried to revive Boris, but to no avail. It is believed that Boris had put too much pancakes in his mouth for the winning bite, and in turn he choked on it. And just like that, he didn't win the contest. The pancake one anyway, because we all know which contest he really won. Number 8. When brushes attack. Our next Russian friend was doing something that people have been doing for years without any troubles. Mr. Clean, we shall call him, was cleaning his bathroom. And no, he didn't mix any chemicals. He was smarter than that. He obviously wasn't smart enough to realize that wet floors equals slippery floors. While he was cleaning his toilet, he slipped and fell face first on his toilet brush. Somehow, he had managed to fall just so that the toilet brush went in above his eye and breaking his skull. By the time he was rushed to the hospital, he had lost consciousness. Doctors were unable to simply pull the brush out and took him to surgery. At long last, the brush was removed from his face. He, however, did not get to enjoy his once clean bathroom ever again. He never woke up after the surgery. Some people might want to start wearing non-slip shoes when they clean their bathroom from now on. Me included. Number 7. Man's worst friend. For most of us, our dogs are our best friend and our life. For one man, his dog cost him his life. Sergey was on a hunting trip with his brother and their dogs. The dogs were safely in the back of the truck when Sergey's brother decided to let them out to frolic around the field. That would turn out to be a deadly mistake. Sergey had his gun, butt on the ground, pointing towards his stomach, when his own dog, his best hunting buddy, came up for some pets and kisses. Only dogs don't know to treat guns as if they were loaded or watch out for the trigger. The dog missed landing on Sergey's leg, instead landing his paw on Sergey's gun. And boom! The gun went off into Sergey's abdomen. Sergey was rushed to the hospital where he died from his injuries. And that, my friends, is why you never point a gun at yourself. After all, you never know when your dog is coming for you. Number 6. The ultimate bet. Most people bet on sporting games or animals. But one Russian man made a $4,300 bet that might be the best one yet. Mr. Energizer Bunny made a bet with a friend that he could last 12 hours doing the nasty with 2 women. Sounds like many men's dream come true. To help him stay strong during this exercise, he had the help of dozens of Viagra. Yes, not just 1 dozen as in 12, but multiple dozens as in 24 or more. Our Energizer Bunny actually made it through the 12 hours and won his bet. But it was short-lived due to the fact that Viagra opens up arteries to increase blood flow. It also drops your blood pressure. Our poor Energizer Bunny friend didn't take this into account when he downed all his little helpers, and he entered this bet with a heart condition. A heart condition plus dozens of Viagras plus a 12-hour nasty-a-thon equals dead as a doorknob. At least he died a happy man, or so we can assume. Number 5. Look, Ma, no hands. Or shirt. Sometimes, during a night of drinking, you have to do something wild and crazy. Like wearing only bikini bottoms and hanging your top half out of a car while it's driving down the road. What? You've never thought to do that? Well, that's why you are watching this video and not on it. Natalia was enjoying some drinks with her friend when she decided to start recording. Soon after, her top came off and the adventure was about to begin. She rolled down the passenger side window, crawled halfway out, and the show began. She was having the time of her life, making some cute faces, and even putting her fingers in her mouth. Until Darwin fate came into play and smack, right into a light pole. It came out of nowhere. She suffered some pretty serious head injuries and died shortly after. This right here, this exact example, is why we don't see people hanging out of car windows more often. Number 4, we barely knew ye. Bear cubs are definitely one of the cuter babies in the animal community. I mean, they're so fluffy and adorable. They did, after all, inspire a whole line of stuffed animals. The teddy bear. The difference between bear cubs and teddy bears, however, bear cubs grow up. They have claws and teeth. Oh, and they are wild animals that can kill you in a matter of minutes. Sergey found this out the hard way. One fateful day, Sergey had rescued 2 abandoned bear cubs. He eventually found a home for one of the cubs, but couldn't find a home for the second cub. So he kept it as a pet for 4 years. One day, the bear did what bears do. It attacked Sergey. Police went to Sergey's house after relatives had reported him missing, and all they found was his skeletal remains, along with the remains of one of his 3 dogs. Bear was hungry, apparently. To make matters worse, many people who visited with Sergey over the years had advised him to find a new home for his bear friend after it attacked him the first time. But Sergey knew better and kept it, only to be attacked a second and last time. Russians and their bears, I tell ya. They're not pets. Number 3, a toasty farewell. People come up with the most absurd competition ideas, I swear. Did you know there is a sauna world championship? Contestants literally just sit in saunas that progressively get hotter and see who can sit in it for the longest. I can't sit in a sauna for more than a few minutes before my face starts to feel like it's melting off. These guys sit in saunas that reach up to 230 degrees. In 2010, Vladimir was in his final stage of the championship, about to take the gold, when, after 6 minutes of 230-degree sauna sitting, brought doom. Vladimir and his opponent had both collapsed inside the sauna and were dragged out by medical workers. Both were shaking and bleeding from severe burns on their bodies. The opponent was hospitalized and eventually recovered. Vladimir, however, lost his sauna competition, but to his surprise, he was a winner after all, in the afterlife. Number 2, good luck, Chuck. Luck can come in many ways, like a coin or a 4-leaf clover. One man thought he could find luck in the most bizarre way, by burying himself alive overnight. The man dug a hole in his garden, placed a coffin in the hole, hooked up some air pipes for breathing, grabbed a water bottle and his cell phone, and then called his friends. He explained his bizarre idea to his friends, and apparently they were on board because they buried him that night. And once he called them to say he was fine, they went home. The next morning, they came back to unbury their friend, and how unlucky he had died. Guys, he had a cell phone with him. He used it to call his friends and say he was okay after the initial burying. Why didn't he call them when he needed help? Maybe he fell asleep, who knows? At least he had done all the hard work of digging his own grave and placing himself in the coffin. Now all that needs done is to rebury him. Today's honorable mention I like to call the Bear Bum Bungeer. Yes, you heard that correctly. It is unclear who this adrenaline junkie is, but apparently jumping off a bridge the normal way wasn't enough of an adrenaline rush. So our Bear Bum Bungeer pierced his bum with 2 rings, one for each cheek, and attached the bungee cord to the rings. The whole thing was caught on camera, and you can even see the rings thanks to his special jeans he made with cutout pockets. The man is seen jumping from a building 27 meters, or 88 feet high, and then screaming out in agony when the cord pulls taut, followed by more screams while he is swinging like a pendulum from his bum. This guy will win a Darwin if he keeps on thinking up astonishing stunts like this one. If you want to see the video, go ahead and look it up. Bit too graphic for me to put on the channel. Number 1, all smashed up. We have all been there. Whether it's your phone or your tablet or your computer, you just want to smash it into pieces or throw it out the window. Our number 1 winner today takes the cake for tablet smashing. Around 5 p.m. on a Sunday, police officers responded to an emergency call alerting authorities that someone was making a lot of racket while violently throwing things out of the window. When law enforcement arrived on the scene, the occupant of the apartment all the noise was coming from began acting in the strangest way. He smashed his tablet to pieces and started to eat it, glass and all. He presumably wanted to avoid being taken in for questioning and decided the best way to do this was to eat the glass shards from his tablet. One officer attempted to stop him, but failed after becoming injured himself. Officers then called an ambulance, but by the time they arrived on the scene, our hungry friend had died. Who eats glass? Honestly. Thank you so much for watching Darwin Awards from Russia Part 2. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Stay safe, friends.